Hey guys, welcome back. And today we're talking about the importance of images when it comes to your website. Images enhance the visual appeal of your website, and they're important because they're vital for SEO. They enhance user experience, they boost time spent on your page, and they improve conversions and readability. The best practices for images is to include one image for every 200 words, and you want to avoid stock images, and then you want to use next-gen formats like WebP. And that might sound like a little bit of an alien concept, but how you normally see images is either as like a JPEG or PNG. WebP is a web format, and that scales the image down a lot smaller. That makes it easier for websites to view. It takes up a lot less space on your website. And so we'll go back into those other blonde hair care pages to just kind of see how you can use imagery within your website. Okay, so here you can see that image that pops, and then we can see every couple hundred words, there's an image there. Here's their products, take the quiz. We're going to keep going. And then tip number 2, here's another product. Then tip number 3, before and after, it's the perfect plug for another product. And then here's another image to kind of bring around the color wheel, and how you can see that purple is directly across from yellow. So it kind of gets that point across as well. And you're going to come down here. And here where you see, this isn't necessarily an image, but it does break up that text to kind of keep you focused on the user journey throughout the website. And you can see, if you want more tips like this, subscribe to their email list. You're going to keep going down. The way that it had been going is about every 2 tips, they would have an image. So I'd like to see, maybe under number 5, maybe another product plug or another before and after about deep conditioning. But they still use images throughout their text very well. So you can see after number 7, here's before and after. Number 8, here's another product plug. And then here's that Pinterest pin at the end. So you can see this website does a very good job of using images. I would just maybe kind of keep the same consistency with images all around, instead of going from tip 1 having an image, tip 2 having an image, and then tip 6 having an image. I would maybe try to scatter them throughout the text as long as it makes sense. And from earlier in our word count section, we know that this has around 1,500 words. So they should be ideally using a little bit more images throughout their text. And then so we'll go here to the hair by Natalia. This one also is 1,500 words. It's a nice featured image that shows blonde hair, so it kind of keeps the theme going. And we're going to go down here, wash less. Here's a picture of that dry shampoo that she links out to up here, which is nice. Then we're going to go deep conditioner, and then here's Olaplex, that moisture mask image. I like that. And then under number 3, you got the shampoo and conditioner, which is nice. And then 4, you got your purple shampoo. And then you got your tone down with the heat. There's your heat product, your curling iron. And then protect it from environmental factors. You've got the spray. And then get regular trims. You've got somebody getting a haircut. And then you want to stay away from the pool. So you've got your unbreakable blonde. And then here you've got to add Olaplex to your routine. And then you've got your Olaplex product right here. Swap out your shower head. I would maybe put a picture of a shower head there. And then you can see you've got that, the list at the very end. And then one thing I would like to see here is with these images, the way to kind of make it a little bit better. Although this might not be a stock image, I would maybe add in my logo here to just kind of show Google that it's a different image, because Google likes to see different images. But also, if Google was to feature any one of these images inside of their images, you would want your brand name there so people would know to come to you for that image that they're clicking on. And then we'll go here to that 3rd article to see how they're using their images. And so here we've got the blonde lady that shows that how to maintain your blonde hair. And then you can see this right here is one of their own products, and which is nice because it's not a stock photo, obviously, but also with the text on the page, it just kind of shows Google that this is not a stock photo. It wasn't AI generated, and that you took the time to create an image for this. And then the same one goes for here. It's like almost immediately after every paragraph, there's an image, which is nice. It kind of keeps that user journey and that user experience continuously going, because you can tell a lot from a picture. And then so here, you see, here's more product pictures about weekly hair masks and hair repair. And then one thing I would like to see here is like what kind of shower filter people are talking about. So maybe an image of that could give you a better idea of what they're talking about. And then here's their styling tools: protecting hair against sun and swimming, finishing style with the right spray. So you've got your product here, and then you've got one of your hairstylists doing something like that. A way to kind of show that this is not a stock photo, or even if it was, I would put my brand right here just to kind of show that this is a different image than something you could just get off of Adobe stock. And then down here, blonde between appointments, video there, video, and then more products down here at the end to bring you to their shop. So there you see it. Images can really intensify your website and make it look more complete. I just want to show you guys one more, kind of keep it along the hair care item, but I want to show you this barbershop that also does it extremely well. You can really see how they use images to get their point across for their barbershop. And so you can see just awesome imagery, what they're known for. You've got fades, braids, beards, kids, designs, and these are all their own photos showing Google and users that this is not AI, this is not stock photos, this is in your own shop. And then down here, you can see the use of imagery to just kind of put a name to a face. Even if it's not a real image of somebody, it just kind of gives that appeal, and it just looks really nice on a website. And then about us, that's another client getting his hair done. And then here, this is Jersey right here. He's the barber there. You can see him. It's not just a cut or a style, it's an experience. And you really feel that experience pulling through on this website. So here you can see his haircuts, and then you can see the top services. So here, like, that's a really nice display. And then it's like, hey, I am Christian. You can call me Jersey, and here I am. This is me. This is my shop, and this is what I do. And then down here, you get a link to the Instagram profile, and it just really shows off a nice experience on the website. And that's it for images. Next up, we're going to be talking about alt text and how and why that is important for SEO. See you in the next video.